This is a quick message to all college graduates in 2020. It's going to be short and informal. I've done a few commencement speeches in my career, but this is not one of them. It's just a short message to college grads. My name is Pat Lencioni. You probably don't know who I am, and that doesn't matter because this is about you. The reason why I'm doing this talk is because I have two boys, twins, that are graduating from college this year in 2020, the coronavirus year. And I have some advice for you. I'd like to give it to them, but they probably wouldn't listen to me because I'm their dad. So hopefully this will help you. And maybe you can send this to my sons. Anyway, there's two things I want you to avoid doing as you think about graduating. Maybe you have already officially graduated, and maybe you're still waiting to do that. Many of you have already graduated technically. But I want you to avoid two things. First of all, do not downplay the disappointment of what happened in these past couple months. I know it's easy to feel guilty, like some people, there's people dying of the coronavirus and people losing their jobs, and that's so serious. And it's easy for people to say, hey, stop worrying about missing your graduation or your last quarter or semester in college. That's not that big of a deal compared to what everybody else is going through. And in the grand scheme of things, that might be true, but it's very dangerous to deny yourself the opportunity to kind of mourn the loss of something. And for many of you, it was the abrupt loss of your academic career, your athletic career, your time with your friends in college, something you've been looking forward to for years. So as tempting as it is for parents and for others to say, it's not that big of a deal, the best way to get through this is to actually cope with it and to admit that it's hard and to do something to deal with that. And an online graduation is probably not the thing you need to do. What you need to do is find a way to get together with your friends or your family or yourself, depending on who you are, and really have a ceremony bringing to end your career in college. Do something that's meaningful to you and a moment in time, a marker that says, this is the day it ended. Many of you have already been to your online graduations, but that's not enough. You need to do something personal. I heard a great story the other day about a boy who was graduating from high school, and he came out of his room on the day that school was supposed to end, and he had his uniform on. He went to a Catholic school, and his mom said, what are you doing? He says, I'm dressed for school. And she thought that was weird. Then he went back into his room and came out a little while later with a t-shirt on with the college he's going to be going to in jeans. And she said, what are you doing? He goes, it's my first day of college. And that for him was his moment in saying, it's over. And so let's find a way to acknowledge and mourn the loss of those last few months. As a parent, I am so sad for my boys. And again, I even feel guilty for that, but what they lost in these last few months. And so I want to honor that. And I want you to honor that as well. The second thing I don't want you to do is once you do that, I don't want you to look back and wallow in this. You know, I'll give you some tough love, but that starts with love. And that is, it's okay to have gone through this. And it's okay that your last part of college was so hard and disappointing, because I want you to let that prepare you for the future. And if you become resilient because of all this, and you learn to deal with setbacks, and these past few months have been a particularly unique setback for you, that is going to make you so much stronger going forward. And truthfully, 2 years from now, you will look back and say, you know, because of the way I dealt with that, coming to terms with the loss and really getting more resilient, I was able to deal with that really tough first job or the disappointment of going out into the real world. Because here's the deal. The real world is going to be a little harder. That first job isn't going to be perfect. Maybe the first 2 or 3 jobs aren't going to be perfect. Life gets tough after college, and that's okay. That prepares us. God does not give us challenges in life that don't make us stronger, as long as we respond to them as the gift wrapped in strange packaging that it is. So please, the 2 things I want you to not do is don't deny that this has been a really tough time and that you have real mourning to do and that you have to bring that to an end. And 2, don't overlook the fact that this difficulty can make you stronger and better in the future. I really want you to look back in 3 years and say, because of, not in spite of, but because of the difficult nature of my last time in college, I'm a better person, a better professional, a better friend, a better family member. So that's my wish for you, my prayer for you. Congratulations on 4 years of college or 5 years, whatever it took you to do it. And best of luck to you in the future. Bye-bye.